Welcome to Below the 49th, my perspective on my neighbor to the south below the 49th. I'm Michael A. Charbon. Today's title, Big Media Shielding the Big Guy. So, American politics in an election year look to October, the month before the vote, as 30 days that can have political surprises that could affect how America votes. Sage political operatives know not to play a political card too early in the campaign, as the message's importance is lost if it's too far away from the voting day, because the voter is not engaged yet. But in October, the voter's ears start to perk up. So campaign experts hold back a political time bomb in the hopes that its potential damage and influence will stay front of mind in the days leading right up to the vote. Consider back in 2016, in October, on the 28th, 11 days before the election, Hillary's email scandal shocked America while being supported by the FBI making a dangerous and damaging announcement. That was the October surprise, a bomb that tarnished the Democrats and inevitably contributed to their loss. Now, whether you believe the legitimacy of the chance locker up, if alleged questionable emails existed or not, or if the hypothetical suggestion of the obliteration of servers with bleach bit, the smashing of phones with hammers, was the destruction of potential evidence, even in the face of a subpoena, if after all that there still are questions, the one glaring fact is the lack of physical evidence. Where there's smoke, there usually is fire. But in Washington's murky political arena, you have to have hard evidence. Now let's move to 2020, where the former Clinton news network, CNN, has now morphed. It's basically transformed itself into a 24-hour DNC Sanjay Gupta channel, featuring COVID all day, every day, all day. And the next Democratic presidential shoo-in is auditioning for the administration for the American people every day on cable news, where reliable polls, the same ones as in 2016 who predicted the huge Clinton win, sorry, just forget about that, are once again the polls predicting Trump's in the ditch. He's lagging. Not only in swing states, but in the must-win foundation state of Florida. You win Florida, you win the election. So just in time, an October time bomb surprise once again remarkably appears. On October 14th, the New York Post, the fourth largest syndicated paper in the U.S., had a shocking front page revealing alleged damaging emails on an abandoned laptop, where the FBI confirms its possession of a laptop and recovered emails, in addition to soon-be-released, unsubstantiated, damaging salacious pictures. No. This wasn't an October surprise, it was an explosion. But this time, no danger of bleach bit or hammers to make it all go away. The key difference from 2016 to 2020 is there's an actual real laptop, and it contains alleged injurious emails and controversial discussions of influence. No, not in Washington. If that's not enough to comprehend in this day and age, remember Nixon, the real story here is how big media is protecting the big guy and ignoring the laptop story altogether. See, mainstream media news are so in the bag for the Democrats, they have no intent to cover the emails on the laptop. The sad fact is the Palo Alto Mafia blocked any forwarding of anything associated with the New York Post report, Russian interference. We are not talking about some fringe website here with unconfirmed sources. This is a nationally syndicated paper where the FBI are already in possession of a laptop, where cell phones, signatures, and alleged damaging pictures exist on a laptop. Uh-oh. There's a trail. Not innuendo or opinion this time, this is real emails and words. And don't doubt for a New York minute that the New York Post is finished selling front pages and snippets of the laptop's content. This puppy's way beyond that, and it will not disappear. It reminds me of about 4 months ago where the president was on a phone call and the Democrats sang a Ukrainian folk song. You remember this? Shifty Shift sings, quid pro quo? Not as likely on this occasion, eh? With the media's despicable neglect of reporting on a genuine news story, and where social media blocks forwards on any post referring even to a sniff of the emails, it's undeniably unprecedented. Unprecedented to the level which biased political partisanship is blatantly evident. It undermines legitimate, balanced news reporting. It exposes a level of censorship and deception never before so transparently evident over so many platforms. Where Twitter and Facebook feel it's their democratic duty to shield our sensitive ears and our eyes and to something that would easily influence our frail minds from what they believe, of course. And what they decide for us is news, fact, fiction, opinion, and, oh yeah, free expression. Just think about that point for a minute. I observe international news reports, and they're all over this, big time. Lots of reports. One would think in the shallow depths of North America's media, a media who loves scandal, international intrigue, smack with smoldering political connections and Washington foreign intervals. You go with this whole tralala, and that all comes together as meat that would play right into everything a newsroom would love to have for ratings. No, not so much. No, not interested. No. To borrow a popular phrase from a presidential debate, come on, man. See, Main Street media and big tech have so much invested in the not Trump again drumbeat boompa boompa that this story just doesn't fit the Democratic narrative. Imagine this. A hard journalist from cable news would zoom into the story, grasping the stiff, ever-enlarged reality, and exposes it all. And pull out the big guy to view. I know I'm going off here. That guy already got fired. But better zip it up because there's nothing here. Nothing here. But what that weird sword wiener moment to me really speaks to is what mainstream media really thinks of any potential of covering the story with any level of objective reporting. It's sad on several fronts. Rest assured that the New York Post, no fly-by-night publication, sees this kettle of fish filled with a bevy of salacious, pundit, rotting material that will drip, drip, drip onto the front pages as America approaches Election Day and considers the next 4 years. Again, it's alleged that the laptop exists. Wrong. That there is a signature attached to the laptop left for service. Now America waits for the FBI to potentially release a statement and Republican members to probe into this sordid affair again and again and again. I'd love for you to subscribe to Below the 49th. If you like this post, I'd really appreciate you pressing like, and sharing would also be tremendous. These actions are really important to Below the 49th and greatly appreciate them. If you leave a comment, I'll try to answer each and every one of you as I appreciate your thoughts, good and bad. Thanks for those considerations, and until next time, God bless, and please stay safe. I'm Michael A. Charbon for Below the 49th.